Born in the heart of Toronto, Abel Tesfaye had humble beginnings. Raised by his Ethiopian immigrant mother and grandmother, his early life was one of adversity. Dropping out of high school at just 17, Abel found himself battling his inner demons. He was lost, addicted, and couch surfing. But in the darkest of times, a spark ignited, a decision that would change his life forever. He left everything behind, taking nothing but his dreams and the name The Weeknd.
Abel's journey to superstardom began with a series of mysterious, anonymous music drops. In 2010, he uploaded a handful of tracks to YouTube, including What You Need, Loft Music, and The Morning, each one raw, haunting, and unlike anything here. But it wasn't just the music that captivated people, it was the mystery. Abel Tesfaye wasn't a household name yet, but his music was his first mixtape. House of Balloons, released in 2011, would go on to change the entire R&B genre. Dark, moody and atmospheric, it was a sound that felt both modern and timeless, pushing boundaries and leaving listeners wondering, who is The Weeknd? During this time, Abel embraced his anonymity. He refused interviews, never showed his face, and let his music speak for itself. His decision to keep his identity under wraps only fueled the intrigue, creating a buzz that was larger than any marketing campaign could have dreamed of. Fans were desperate for answers, but the artist himself remained an enigma. In 2011, Drake, already a rising star, discovered The Weeknd's music. Impressed by the raw emotion in Abel's songs, Drake invited him to collaborate. Abel's first high-profile feature came on Take Care, and just like that, The Weeknd's popularity exploded. The collaboration not only helped him reach new heights but also cemented his position in the Toronto music scene. After the success of House of Balloons, Abel didn't stop there. He continued to push boundaries with subsequent projects, each one building on the last. His mixtapes Thursday and Echoes of Silence further developed his dark experimental sound, blending pop, R&B and electronic music in ways that no one had ever done. By 2012, the mystery surrounding The Weeknd had captivated the music world. He was a star in the making and his music was now unavoidable, but even then Abel kept his identity hidden, letting his music do all the talking. As his music continued to evolve, The Weeknd's name was on the lips of every fan of modern R&B and pop. He wasn't just a musical figure, he was becoming an icon, a symbol of innovation in an industry that was hungry for something new. After captivating the underground scene with his haunting mixtapes, The Weeknd was ready to step into the spotlight, but on his own terms. In 2013, he released Kiss Land, an experimental album drenched in dark, atmospheric sounds. While it didn't dominate the charts, it solidified his cult following, fans who craved his raw, unfiltered artistry. But it was in 2015 that Abel Tesfaye would break the barriers of the underground. Beauty behind the madness was a game changer. With tracks like Can't Feel My Face, he blended his signature moody style with infectious pop hooks. The song skyrocketed to #1, turning The Weeknd into a global phenomenon overnight. He wasn't just making hits, he was redefining pop music. Dark, edgy, yet irresistibly catchy. Then came Starboy in 2016. Collaborating with legends like Daft Punk, The Weeknd reinvented himself. The mysterious, brooding artist had transformed into a sleek, confident superstar. Starboy wasn't just an album, it was a cultural statement, bold, cinematic, and unapologetically different. And then, the world watched in awe. His Super Bowl halftime show wasn't just a performance, it was a spectacle. A declaration that The Weeknd had arrived, not just as an artist, but as an icon. From shadowy mixtapes to the biggest stage on earth, The Weeknd's rise wasn't luck, it was destiny. Fame isn't always the dream it seems. Behind the flashing lights, chart-topping hits, and sold-out arenas, Abel Tesfaye faced battles that no spotlight could hide. This is the dark side of The Weeknd's journey. Before the fame, drugs were an escape. But after the fame, they became a prison. The Weeknd has openly admitted that substances were part of his creative process, a coping mechanism for the pressures of success. From experimenting with drugs as a teenager to battling with addiction even at the height of his career, his music reflects this struggle. But it wasn't just addiction. Fame strained his relationships too. His highly publicized romances with supermodel Bella Hadid and pop star Selena Gomez were intense, passionate, and ultimately heartbreaking. The Weeknd poured his pain into songs like Call Out My Name and Wasted Times, revealing the emotional scars behind the glitz. Even when breaking records, rejection found its way back. In 2021, Blinding Lights became the longest charting song in Billboard history, yet the Grammys completely snubbed him. No nominations. No recognition. The industry's politics hit hard, and Abel didn't hold back, calling the Grammys corrupt. As if music wasn't enough, The Weeknd ventured into acting with The Idol in 2023, a dark, twisted series reflecting the toxic side of fame itself. Critics were divided. Some praised his boldness, others questioned the show's intense themes. For The Weeknd, success wasn't just about topping charts. It was about survival. Behind every hit song lies a story of pain, love, loss, and the price of living in the spotlight. And maybe that's why his music resonates so deeply.